Sponsored by the Mike Morris Law Firm. 855 Mike wins. Jason Carr Live starts now.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the 9:15-ish Jason Carr Live. Today also being brought to you by Andy's Cream de Menthe. When you only have room for one more of something in your cupboard.
But it's just a one after dinner. It's
wafer thin. Wafer thin. This actually is an Andy's Cream de Menthe from producer Tammy upstairs, live in the D. I showed her a picture of Andy's yesterday, and she said, "Oh, I've got one of those." One? We laughed and laughed and laughed in the office. Who only has one of these in their cupboard? Tammy upstairs. Let's get to Goose versus Fox. A New York police officer was on patrol when he encountered a fox getting outfoxed by a goose. Officer Benetti, hey, you know, Benetti. Benetti, get back to work, was on patrol Wednesday morning when he captured a standoff between a fox and a Canadian goose. Clearly, the fox wandered into the wrong place at the wrong time, and this goose let the fox know it. Each time the fox got close, the goose got tall, spread its wings, and let out a honk. You don't mess with geese. They will rip your face off.
Yeah. Geese are, just annoying.
Oh, they're rats with wings. The last place I worked, there was a wetland, also known as a wetland.
A wetland?
Yeah, but a wetland behind the building, and the geese would go out there, and they would all over the parking lot. I don't know why I censored myself, because there's no FCC regulations on here, but you know what I mean. If that wasn't enough, we now bring you horse versus gator. Polo versus Lacoste. Watch this horse. This horse is like, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he got a little bit of a nip, but one of the park
just
rangers.
A little nip.
Just
nip.
a little
just
nip.
A nip.
Yep. One of the park rangers went out and checked on both animals. They were okay, didn't show any signs of distress or bleeding.
I mean, the horse steps right into the gator's bite. I don't know what it was thinking, but...
Well, I was reading that horses' vision isn't very good or perfect, or they have a hard time seeing colors, and they're very spooked by snakes, and that the horse probably thought it was just an incredibly large snake.
The horse thought it was a big snake?
That's what someone was saying, yeah.
I think more interesting, let it roll through one more time.
Yep.
Look at all the Yahoo's screen left with their phones. There's Backpack Barbara and T-shirt Tim, who recoils in terror. Then you got Safari George up there with his pith helmet on and his pink shirt.
So are these wild horses?
Apparently.
Wow.
See? He's got the universal, like, I'm one-handing this camcorder here.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, if the gator started charging you, you don't have to be able to outrun the gator. You just have to outrun everyone else there.
Gator is like a dinosaur. Right here, watch Guy in the Blue. Yay! Let's roll one more time. It's nature's fury on display. The miracle of life. Okay, and if that's not enough, we have squid versus squid. A research vessel
has a theme.
Yeah. In the Pacific caught a squid attacking another squid on a fishing line. The video shows...
Oh, you know what? I grabbed the wrong one. I don't have that.
We'll skip
the
squid versus squid and go right along to terrifying spider. Do you have a name for this graphic? First of all,
we ought to name it.
Is it clip art?
I don't know where I grabbed this, but it's become a running joke now. That's
one of our longest running.
Yep.
Didn't we use that for Webster?
Is that what we used? Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
All right, let's get right to the spider. A fist-sized spider with red fangs was found lurking in a Mexican cave, and it is truly terrifying. See the little fangs, the red fangs on either side there?
Most of the time, the fangs, I guess, are like hidden, where this one is very much exposed.
Yeah, well, that's not the only photo. You have another one.
No, I've got all
Look,
three.
look at. Can you lose the banner?
Yeah.
Jacob, are you going to make it back there?
I don't like spiders.
Why?
They're creepy. They're like almost as bad as geese. Almost.
Spiders are almost as bad as geese. Who does he look like? Who does that spider look like? I'm trying to think of who it is. It's somebody on one of those sitcoms. I'm not quite sure.
Alf?
Alf?
I don't know. Furry? I don't know what. So, anyways, this is one of the largest spiders I think they've found, at least in North America. It was found in a cave in Mexico. They found the exoskeleton that it shed, and thought it was an abnormally large exoskeleton. So they went back later in the evening, knowing it would be a nocturnal spider, and they were able to find it.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Yep. Black eyes like a doll's eyes.
Roll over. That's been on a lot recently.
Has it?
Yeah, it's been playing on cable, like Stars or one of those.
Yeah, now this one is a 4-inch long cave-dwelling spider that's related to a venomous Brazilian wandering spider, which is the most toxic venom, has the most toxic venom in the world. But this spider's venom is not fatal to humans, so you can pick them up, you can cuddle with them, yeah.
Doesn't make a lot of sense for a guy who doesn't like the water to live on an island. It's only an island if you look at it from the water. I love that exchange between Roy Scheider and Richard Dreyfuss. Being a parent is a full-time job and then some. No one understands that fact more thoroughly than the dad in his video, or in this video. Clearly exhausted, he's fallen asleep in an armchair, but somehow, even though mom's got the baby and he's off the clock, even though he's asleep, he's still...
Well, you can hear the baby in the background, so he must be subliminally hearing that and reacting. Even while you're asleep.
But here's the other thing, though, that maybe just a tad, just a tiny bit alarming, is that if he's that
out of it.
that out of it.
And it's very dangerous to sleep with a baby.
Yeah,
correct?
that's a whole, like, you want to even get into, like, the whole co-sleeping debate and all that. What do you guys think? Can we put that back up one more time?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a baby. Duh. Oh, that is so cute. What do you guys think out there in... Hey, Rod, as long as you're going to the post office, can you get me some stamps? 8-legged freak says, Michael, about that spider. Spider better not cross the border. He will get deported, according to Diana. It looks like the spider from Lord of the Rings, says Buffy Oki.
Yeah, a little bit.
Andrew? Super coffee table, the Sobro, is a smart coffee table designed to support your connected lifestyle with a refrigerated drawer, Bluetooth speakers, charging ports, and LED lights. The Sobro keeps you powered up. It could be the greatest living room innovation since the remote control. Full retail price, $1,500. First deliveries begin in August.
I mean, I don't know. When I first saw it, I thought, wow, maybe the one person put a cup of coffee on it. I thought, oh, is it going to heat the coffee? No, it doesn't do that. I don't know. It's cool, but...
Would you pay $1,500 for it?
No, I've got outlets in the wall. I've got speakers. I've got better speakers, on against the wall.
That's what I'm saying. Most people have all this stuff separately.
Yeah.
So
I guess if this is like your first home and you don't have speakers or outlets or something, but it's interesting. And then the come on, just get up. Really.
everyone has a fridge.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Regarding the dad, Kim says that is adorable, and it doesn't mean he sleeps holding the baby.
No, yeah.
Anna says just proves he at least helps out with the new baby. Indeed. Still with this thing where you have to like close out and go back in to see up-to-date comments.
Facebook.
Really frustrating. Do you think that's a Facebook thing?
They've got to change their algorithm once a week just to screw with us.
You think that's what it is?
I think so. It's Mark Zuckerberg, and yeah.
Video leak?
Yeah, ready for this?
Yes.
This turtle was mercilessly waterboarded during an intense interrogation.
What were they asking him? What happened to the fly? Did you eat that fly?
And now there's that. Now, we were debating earlier if we should just put that as breaking news and like interrupt you and say, oh my God, we've got a feed coming in of something, but we ended up just doing it that way.
Jackie says Facebook equals pain in the ass. LOL.
Yeah.
Well, it started for me last summer when all of a sudden my image, when I do a selfie Facebook Live, everything, if I've got writing behind me, suddenly it was mirrored. It was like a mirror image of me, not the actual image. That started. Then my audio went to hell. It was used to be great, if you, holding the phone like this and have it in selfie mode, and the audio went to crap.
Yeah.
If I go out that way, use this camera here and turn it around, now I can't see myself or comments, but then the audio's good.
Yeah.
And now I have to close out in order to see comments.
Which I would imagine, and I don't know yet, but I would imagine that that's just like a step forward. They're going to be rolling out something new, and this is just a way for them to test the waters and see how it works. I mean, think of how long, Facebook Live has only been around for about a year now, and we've come quite a long way already.
Proof he's a good father and is constantly in thought of his child, even in sleep. This says Amir Hussein. They were saying the turtle shake your groove thing.
Kim Rose says Guantanamo turtle.
Gina says my 14-year-old daughter tells me I take selfies wrong. LOL. I said, why do you take selfies of one eye? Burger King ad activates Google. This is like deja vu. This is the second time you've left. An 8-year-old boy from Ohio, Burger King made headlines Wednesday when it began running a 15-second television ad made to intentionally activate Google Home speakers in Android phones within earshot. Do you have sound of this?
Yeah, here it is.
You're watching a 15-second Burger King ad, which is unfortunately not enough time to explain all the fresh ingredients in the Whopper sandwich. But I got an idea. Okay, Google, what is the Whopper burger?
I mean, it's kind of scary that they actually put the forethought in there to be able to do that.
Well, while it worked, apparently somebody went in and hacked Wikipedia and changed the definition of Whopper.
That's brilliant. To what?
That it contains cyanide and all kinds of bad stuff.
That's
Rachel, what's
incredible.
up? You just thought you'd drop in?
Thought I'd drop in and say hello.
Well, then you have to make an
Rachel
appearance
here.
on camera.
Oh, look, I've got the Burger King side key still up. She's training. She's going to be working on some of the later.
Well,
live streams.
she's on the payroll now.
Really?
Yeah.
Congratulations. All right.
Hello.
How's it going? Just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. You're out of your element, Donnie. Okay, so this is my favorite story. An 8-year-old boy from Ohio decided he really wanted a cheeseburger from Mickey D's, so he took matters into his own hands. After dinner, the boy's parents fell asleep. That's what it says. But he and his 4-year-old sister were still hungry, so instead of waking the parents up to drive them, the boy decided he'd go. The kid had apparently taught himself to drive through YouTube videos. Made sure, these are stock photos.
Yeah,
by the way.
this isn't the kid.
Okay, the kid made sure his sister was safely in the back of his dad's van before driving it about a mile across railroad tracks and multiple turns to reach a Mickey D's. He didn't hit anything. He paid for the food out of his piggy bank. Concerned witnesses called police. When they arrived at McDonald's, the boy had paid, as I said, with his piggy bank money. A family friend who happened to be eating there notified the grandparents, who came to pick them up upon hearing the news. Police also arrived to figure out what exactly happened with the entire thing, which is still under investigation.
Incredible. 8 years old. I'd be barely reaching the pedals, looking over the steering wheel.
Thank you, Sophia. I believe that I could have driven to McDonald's
At
from
8?
my house at 8 years old.
Me too.
I think I could have done it. No?
I don't think I could.
Not so much?
I mean, I don't think I would have. The fear of coming home and being caught, taking the car out, like that, I don't think I could have done that. But still.
Well, I didn't say the taking a chance and being caught aspect.
capable.
Capable.
I think most 8-year-olds
saw
are
enough
probably better drivers than the yahoos out on the roads today.
The Yahoos.
Yeah, you like that?
Can we get a tight shot of Jacob's face?
Uh-oh. Watch this. What did I do?
Oh, nope, those are the mangoes.
Well, it was
That's
kind
coming
of
up.
the mangoes kind of look like Jacob's face. Can you tell?
I'm a
It's-
little burnt. Little burnt.
You can't tell that much, though.
No. Can you zoom or no? Or you already zoomed all the way?
No,
in?
not on this camera here.
How goes it, people?
Jacob, how did you end up with such it's not really coming across, but you are bright red.
Yeah, no, it was. I was just at the Tiger game yesterday. It was cold, so I didn't think I would be at risk, but I was. I got burnt pretty bad. My arms are really, really red too.
Really?
Yeah.
So look into the camera, and I will read to you, people of Local 4 Nation, 915-ish Nation. I want you to tell me what Jacob should do to seek relief from his scalding sunburn courtesy of the Tigers game. Should he use aloe vera? Should he use...
I honestly didn't even know I was burnt until I got home and took a shower and my face just started burning. So, but
Your face burned... Todd says, hi, Rachel. Oh, my God, thank God nothing happened, but this is just so funny. Oh, she's talking about McDonald's, not Jacob's face.
wow, geez, my face is funny. That hurts.
Michael thinks you're blushing. A pair of Miyazaki ripe mangoes fetched a record high price of more than $3,600 at the first auction of the season in Japan. Do we have those?
Yeah, this is what they look like. I don't really understand.
Eggs of the sun.
Eggs of the sun. Apparently, the sugar content and the amount of sunlight they get at the beginning of the season. That's an awful lot of money for fruit.
Can we hear the natural sound
Yeah.
here? Molly says you need some Noxzema. Buffy says burn relief spray. Dave calls you lobster boy.
Yeah, I saw that lobster boy. Appreciate it.
Well, there you have it.
There you have it.
What is now? You found this.
No,
White,
no, no,
wait,
no.
what?
Hold on. TV's Ken found this.
All right.
This wasn't me.
Why are we showing Kevin Costner in
Kevin Costner in
Waterworld, who
Waterworld.
drank his own?
Yep, that's why we're talking about it. What was this? The new Texas Longhorns coach, Tom Herman, is putting an emphasis on hydration and going as far as putting up charts in the facility bathrooms to gauge hydration levels. And this is what that chart looks like. I got to take the banner down. So if your color is somewhere in the top, you're at championship hydration levels. If you're between 4 and 5, you're a selfish teammate. 6 and 7 is a blatant disregard for your teammates. You are headed to Area 51. And if you're an 8, you're just a bad guy, apparently. So interesting chart, you know. You got to start gauging that, I guess.
I'm going to reserve comment on that one.
But the side key, right? I mean, that was...
Oh, yeah. This was actually on.
Was it?
what was it, Tuesday?
People
I think
give
I
it
saw
such
it
a
on,
hard rap. It was, it's a weird movie, but it's not that bad.
I remember when it came out because Costner was still considered a pretty big star. And yeah, Waterworld. It's still very early in the season, but the Tigers are officially in first place. They beat the Twinkies yesterday 5-3 because Andrew Romine had a grand salami. So they are a 6-2 AL best on the season. Detroit looks to complete the sweep this afternoon against the Twins. Jordan Zimmerman is on the mound for Detroit. And now, without further ado, we have to go back to Goose versus Fox. I love... Oh. Goose is like, Fox, you complete me.
Do foxes eat geese?
I'm sure they could.
I mean, I know they have a habit of killing chickens, but I guess geese too. Yeah, why not? Give it
All
to
right.
them.
It's still nothing like horse versus gator, though. We have to see that
That's
one more time.
true.
This is just wild, weird and wild stuff.
Wacky and wild stuff.
Michael said, "What does the fox say?"
No.
How many years ago was that?
I don't know. That's been a while.
The Fox thing?
Yeah.
I think I was a sophomore in college
Okay, so
3 years ago.
3 years ago. Oh, okay, not that long ago.
I mean, it literally is not something that you see every day. Wild horses for one, encountering a gator for two. Crystal Berry and her friends went to Payne's Prairie Preserve State Park near Gainesville, Florida, and captured amazing video. A group of horses appears to be grazing near an alligator when one horse suddenly charges the gator, running over it twice as it hisses back angrily. "Get away from me, you stupid horse." I don't know how the gator just turned into an amalgamation of Paul Lynde and Charles Nelson Riley. Oh, one more time. "Just going for a walk. Hey, get away from me, you stupid horse." Oh. Nancy says the goose was probably defending a nest, probably. Fox will eat eggs.
Oh, the eggs,
And-
yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Debbie says that's a stallion for you. Hey, Jake, can you run to the green room and retrieve a funny gentleman by the name of Paul Mercurio for me, please?
Paul.
Rachel, can you get ready with the mic for Paul? We have a surprise special guest for those of you who have stuck around. One more time with a spider, please.
The spider. Right.
A fist-sized spider with red fangs was found lurking in a Mexican cave, and it is truly terrifying. The Sierra, what would you say, Cacachilla?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Wandering spider was discovered after scientists found its discarded exoskeleton. They said the exoskeleton was abnormally big and looked like it belonged to a nocturnal spider, so they returned it to the cave later that evening. The 4-inch-long cave-dwelling beast is related to the notoriously venomous Brazilian wandering spider, which has the most toxic venom in the world. But good news, this spider's venom is not toxic to
He's
humans.
a friendly spider.
Like that guy right there. He's a friendly spider. "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" "I'm not trip-trapping, I'm scuttling, and I'm a spider." I have a 6-year-old. I do voices. There's nothing wrong with me, allegedly. We're going to talk about something here in a second with Paul Mercurio.
In the meantime, what other voices do you do?
I do a dog voice. Charlie Tickles. Leave me alone, I'm napping. Can't you see I'm napping?
Well, that's not bad.
That's the Charlie Tickles dog voice. Rachel, can you?
Yeah.
I feel like whenever Jake goes to find somebody, he gets lost himself, and
It's a big building. I mean, there's a lot of corridors and hallways, and
I can only stall so long.
well, let's do more voices. What else you got?
No, I do them like. There's a book called The Troll, and the troll. Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge? And I'm not trip-trapping, I'm lolloping, and I'm a rabbit. Then there's different pirate characters in the book, and I do their voices as well. But I have to have the book in front of me in order for the voices to trigger. Tammy, I am full of it today. You can tell that I'm on the mend from having the walking black plague bubonic death between Tuesday and yesterday. Michael says, "Oh Lord, voiceovers in your future." And Courtney, of course, said, "You said doo-doo."
Yeah, you could do voiceovers. You'd be a good cartoon actor, right?
That's
The dream job.
there are two things left on my bucket list: to actually voice a well-regarded animated feature, and or have a significant supporting role in a movie that becomes well-liked.
Okay.
I've done some small stuff here and there, but nothing,
Wait, what have you done?
Huh?
What have you done?
Oh, something nobody's ever
Do
seen.
you have an IMDb page? I gotta look you up.
No.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered something. If we're looking to stall, I have something very interesting that I found yesterday, but it's gonna take me a second
Did we
to pull
find
it up.
him?
I don't know.
No, Paul Mercurio, the comedian. This is comical. This is absolutely comical. How many times has this
They
happened?
grabbed the wrong guy.
The comedian, Paul Mercurio. But yeah, you know what? Come back. While we're looking for Paul, can you believe this has happened again? What do you have there?
Oh.
This is Rachel.
Oh my gosh.
Now you can no, you hold on. Now you walk the kangaroo toward the camera, please. There we go. That's good, right there. All right, that's Rachel and Joe. Joey.
That's Joey. That's Springer. There, not related to Jerry though. Okay.
Oh my goodness, that is the best.
That's real?
Yeah. Look at that. Paula Tutman is her. She's like, what?
Yeah, we brought the Bobcat up last time.
Put that mic on right there, real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
Come on up.
Everyone here now.
Okay. Introduce yourself, sir.
My name's Joe Garvick
Zoom
from
out, zoom
Indian
out.
Creek Zoo.
I'm sorry, say again.
Joe Garvick from Indian Creek Zoo.
And tell us about this Joey right here.
This is a baby red kangaroo that's 9 months old. When they're born, they're the size of a jelly bean, and they crawl up into the pouch.
Okay.
There's 35 different types of kangaroos. This happens to be the largest of all of them. And they're
Very soft.
Yeah. And she's quite the girl. She's looking around. She's very tame.
Oh, so not a Joey.
Yeah, it's a joey. Yeah, they're all joeys in the pouch and the babies.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just males that were
No,
Joeys. Look at those razor sharp daggers that would. We have never drawn so many people to the set during the 9:15 issues. There are right here. Is that okay? Is that safe with the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually, some of the animals they
Can
bite
you
their
zoom?
fingers off, but they don't swallow them. We can sew them back on. So.
Oh. All right. Okay. Show's over, folks. Nothing to see here. Move along. Oh, there we go. Zoom right in there. Now, where can people see this, Joey?
This is at Indian Creek Zoo. We're in Monroe County in Lambertville, Michigan, about 45 minutes from here.
Okay.
And what do you say
Oh.
there, Springer? What do you say?
Springer?
Springer.
Makes sense,
Yeah.
right? All right. Thank you, Rachel.
Sorry about the mix up.
That's okay. All right, let me get that mic from you, sir.
I'm going to have to pet that thing.
Now,
I've
was
never
that
pet a
on
kangaroo
mic? Were
before.
we on there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that was cool.
That was like a bonus. That was like the pre-show bonus on Facebook. Paul Mercurio, come on up here.
Hey, man.
You see it, brother?
How's life? Good?
Here, I got a mic for you to pin on. You can just put it on your lapel.
Got
It's
it.
fine. We're a high-budget production here.
Yeah, I see. Good to see you.
All right, there's the camera right there.
Hey, and by the way, that kangaroo,
Yeah?
I held it and I reached in the pocket. I'm serious. This is what it had in its pocket. Weird. I had no idea that kangaroo. It had a marker and it had like M&Ms and some hard candy that you give your grandma. It was the weirdest thing. How are you?
I haven't seen you in so long.
I know, it's been too long.
2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I saw you look at my hair because my hair is a lot
No,
grayer
looks
than it used to be.
fantastic. Are you kidding? So,
So,
are we hanging out this weekend?
I hope so.
We're going to do some stuff, right?
We got some stuff. We got to do some stuff. The last time I saw Paul, I worked somewhere else.
And I'm like, oh, you're not at that place.
that place. We don't say the name. The event that shall not be referenced.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're gonna. Is this for me? Do I get them in?
Well, here's the thing about this. In the office yesterday, Tammy, the producer, you've spoken with her.
Very lovely.
She said, when was the last time you had an Andy's cream de mint? And she goes, I have one of those. And we started laughing and we said, one? And she goes, yeah, at home in the cupboard. I said, who has one
Just saying.
Andy's in a cupboard?
She's waiting for a tornado to hit or a hurricane, and she's going to be ready. This is going to be.
That's the one. She
That's
brought
the
it
one.
in. She brought that from home. Do you recall going to, I don't know, a friend's parents' or grandparents' house or family members, and grandma's got the item from like 1967 still in the pantry,
Oh.
and you're like, why do you still have
Yeah,
this?
yeah. My mother. My mother's 89. She grew up in the Depression. She has newspapers from 1970. If you want to read about Watergate when it was written, I swear to God, it's like a library that smells like meatballs because we're Italian. That's basically why I should do that for my act. I've never said that before. So no, it's really it's not quite hoarding yet, but it's sort of getting. There's one section of the living room. We have bets that there's something growing there, something alive and is growing. And she won't listen.
Now,
I think it was.
I've got something awesome you might want to see. This is kind
Let's
of
see it.
interesting. Okay, so Google Translate. Now, in Japanese, if I put E, G-U, and those two, that translates as return. But if I copy and paste it, now it's regret. And then again, it's eco-production. And then again, it's the Eiffel Tower. And then again, desearing egg. And then again, delicious breakfast.
That is the most.
It's poetry, is what it is.
So wait,
You just came out of left field with that.
I know. This guy's probably. You don't
Let's
have
do it
sex
again.
with
Let's do it
anybody.
again. To searing egg again, and then it becomes delicious breakfast, early evening
How
soup.
was that translating? Who's Mike Morse? Hey, Mike, I got some problems. I was a lawyer. Let's hang out.
Yeah, Paul actually started to become a lawyer.
Yes.
You started to become. Did you actually get there?
Yes, I got there. I practiced. My goal was to have one cream Andy's mint in my house, and then I was like, I got all this debt from law school and college. You know what would be fun? Try to pay it off $50 at a time, being a comic. Yes, laugh at my pain. What was this thing? I'm distracted by this Japanese
Don't worry.
thing.
Don't worry about it. Pay no attention to the man behind the green
This
curtain.
is a guy, he looks like he's a bartender at Craft's Beer Bar.
He's got you dead to rights there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. Who's the other guy? He looks suspicious.
Oh, suspicious.
I saw him putting stuff in his jacket, like sodas and things like
Look
that.
at the sunburn he got at the Tigers game.
Yeah, I didn't know if he was having a heart attack or did something weird in the
I've already
bathroom.
been called a lobster by some of the viewers.
What happened? From the just
I
going
was
to
in the
the
Tiger game, yeah.
Oh wow, awesome.
Did you see the video of the horse versus the gator?
No,
Take a look at this. John, do you have it?
this is awesome.
This is in Gainesville. Watch. A wild horse attacking a gator while the yahoos all shoot with their camcorders and phones. And one more time. The horse is like, yeah, I'm going to take a piece out of
Yeah.
you. And then
The gator.
the gator gets him back right there. Right there.
That is the most.
Get away from
baby-
me, you stupid
the, yeah,
horse.
the big gator's just like a baby. Like it's. Maybe the horse
Is a bully.
thought it was a jockey. I've seen you jockeys, and I don't care for you. The Gators, I got a word I want to say, but I don't know if I can say it. The Gators, yeah, you know what? Maybe the horse wants shoes. Just make shoes out of it.
Get some gators out of that.
Shoes. There was somebody was just telling me that there was a 12-year-old, they found a girl in the woods who lived with apes.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Yeah.
India. Yeah.
India, right?
And now they're going to get her back into, she's going to be awesome at the jungle gym at school.
That's terrible.
Can you imagine dating her? How clean your hair would be. She'd clean the fleas. Wait, you have fleas. What's going on? You can't get this guy. Now, who's this third person? I feel like
It's Rachel.
I feel like I'm looking
Yeah.
at the Star Trek ship where you're taking on warp
They
speed.
don't know Star Trek. They're millennials.
No, the Star Trek is
The
now.
new Star Trek. Yeah, no.
All right. Fair enough. Paul Mercurio is going to be at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle.
Are you going to come?
I would like to.
You never come.
Let's see. Am I doing anything? I don't think I'm
here
doing
we
anything
go.
Saturday.
Here
Well, it
we
is
go.
Easter weekend.
What, are you hanging out with Mike Morse? Who is this Mike Morse, and why is his name on the screen?
He's paying the bills.
Mike, thank you. What kind of law does he practice?
Any kind of law.
He wins.
He wins.
He wins.
Call
That's
one-
the law.
Oh, he wins?
Whatchamacallit. You're going to be on Live in the D coming up here in 9 minutes.
Look at that watch. You're loaded.
Yeah. This is a 10-year-old diesel that I dug out and had a new battery put in it.
That is nice. You look like you got a lot of Benjamins. Are you running drugs on the side? What's going on with
This guy, no wonder he's on Colbert, cracking everybody up. The resurgent Stephen Colbert.
Yeah,
Does it
how
bother
about
you
that?
that he gets to be resurgent Stephen Colbert and you have to hang with the likes of Jim O'Brien at CXX and do morning radio with Jim?
Let me tell you something.
I watched you on the Facebook Live, by
Oh,
the
you
way.
did?
Yeah, I listened this
Oh,
morning.
Stephen Colbert, he doesn't even know where he is. He's drunk all the time. And so he still thinks he's doing the Colbert Report. No, it's crazy. Like, the election and all that stuff, it's just all, like, you can't not do it. And by the way, you know, we've got the show now, and it's different from the Daily Show. We have, like, really big guests on the Late Show, and I found something interesting. They will tase you if you touch Scarlett Johansson. They will. And just like that, you know, George
Just
Clooney,
lightly,
same
just
thing.
lightly.
Just a light little, like, whatever, and then it's. And so, yeah, we're having a lot of fun, and there's just an insane amount of, like, comedy.
Look at that. Facebook Live. Tammy Coleman, my cheeks are hurting from laughing so hard.
Thank you, Tammy. And by the way, if you have legal problems, don't call Mike Morse. Call me. I still have my license, baby. I can take care of anything. No, I'm just kidding, Mikey. Mike, come to the show.
We got to run. We're going to see Paul
Oh, we're
on Live
going?
in the D. Turn on Local 4.
Larry King here. Tampa, Florida, go. Yes, my wife does have sex with me.
Stay classy, Detroit.
Stay classy.
Jason Carr Live was sponsored by the Mike Morse Law Firm, 855 Mike Wins.